Several regions where oil has been discovered has been haggling with government on retention of oil royalties, taking into account the environmental hazards the regions identified to have oil resources are going to suffer when full-scale production starts. Buganda Kingdom is not among the regions that are supposed to benefit, but the need to identify vast lands where hazardous oil wastes from the Albertine Grabben area can be disposed and treated by experts in geology and atomic nuclear has brought the two districts of Buganda Kingdom on the radar to demand for oil royalties. Nakasongola and Wakiso districts are earmarked as dumping grounds for hazardous oil wastes. They are bound to suffer from climatic and environmental hazards, but at what cost?
Nakasongola, for example, is hosting waste disposal facilities. Now, the danger you will face hosting waste disposal facilities are the same dangers you will face when you are hosting an oil well that is generating the same waste. So that in that sense, you rightly deserve that. Wakiso will host some storage facilities. So if we are paying for the danger you are likely to face, possibly Wakiso might also need to demand, because if you are going to store crude oil, the same dangers you face in storing crude oil are the same dangers someone will face when extracting the crude oil.
The current proposed public finance bill spells out that local governments in the Albertine Grabben area will have a 7% retention oil royalties accruing from oil revenues fetched from the oil resource in the region. However, the law remains silent on what percentage kingdoms found in the Albertine Grabben area will retain, but Parliament is pushing for 1% retention in the amendment when the bill hits the floor of Parliament for the third reading. Away from the likely demands from kingdoms, legal experts on oil law, Peter Magyera reveals that Uganda is likely to lose billions of dollars in the oil sale trade, especially dealing with foreign companies.
The law provides that the company submits its audited accounts to its board. Now note the difference between the board and Parliament. Now, the oil company will be managing the state resources. The resources, all Uganda's oil resources, will be managed by the company. Now, that kind of company needs to be able to account to citizens. And how do we account to citizens is by being subject to audit by the Auditor General, because he's the one who audits every government institution.
Uganda Revenue Authority has already been implicated in a financial abuse scam of oil revenue by the Auditor General after it hired a UK-based firm to make legal interpretation of Uganda's oil law.
It comes quite strange that a government body hired a UK firm to advise it on Ugandan law in Ugandan courts.
Uganda Revenue Authority is alleged to have disregarded the PPDA procurement procedures in the procurement of a UK-based law firm to do the legal interpretation of Uganda's law on oil. Timothy Sibasi, PS Television, Kampala.